Welcome to Alabama's Grand Bohemian in Birmingham. We are here today to go to Monique's lunch party, so follow me this way.
The Expert Generalist Monique Lecomte is the author, a native of Alabama.
You never know who you're going to run into. I just made it to Birmingham, Alabama. It's 11 p.m. and this is my suite. It is so cute at the Kelly Hilton and it's like a girlcation. I have the 13th floor, which is the top floor. It looks very southern and kind of like Midwestern in a sense too. I've never been to the South, so we'll see. But this room is super cute. I'm pretty tired, but not exhausted. But I'm just going to shower, get ready for bed, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. And I'm so excited to be here because I'm here visiting Dawn and her husband, her father, and Monique Lecomte is on her way as well for her book launch. So, day one in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm gonna start with my travel skincare. I packed very light because I knew I was gonna be shopping. So I have my Gagye Super Glow Vitamin C, which is so milky and yummy. Some moisturizer that I use from Derm. Oh, and by the way, I just got a haircut by Renee with scissors on my Instagram. She works at Love and Mercy Salon. I literally just woke up like this and went to bed with my hair half dry last night. And I'm so happy with this haircut. Basically, she did a health trim but added some layers, thinned it out, and made it look more intentional because the layers were pretty grown out. And I have a fun hair plan, so stay tuned for that because this summer I'm going to be dyeing it a color. I think I'm gonna wait to tell you guys what that is. Then finally I end with my Ulta MD Broad Spectrum UV Daily SPF 40 sunscreen. Let's turn the light on. Ooh. I will be going to the Botanical Gardens with Dawn and her husband, which I'm so excited for. Apparently it's beautiful and it's gonna be so warm today. Just finished my makeup and the hair and went for a natural look but with a little bit of shimmer. And then use my curling wand. Here is the fit for day one. I have my new outfit from Anthropologie that I got up in Portland, Maine, and I feel like it's very southern and very springy. And it has this super cute stitching on the pant. And I'm getting into color, you guys. I have a red bag that my sister got from Italy, so shout out to Molly. Thank you for this. It's so cute. I told her what a Birkin bag looked like and she understood the assignment. Alright, so we're here in Birmingham day one and this is my friend Dawn. Say hello.
Hello everybody.
This is so fun. So she's wearing her fabulous Burberry, so we're matching today, which I love. And we went shopping. What was your favorite thing that you found today?
My belt. Let me just. This is.
We're doing a haul.
Yes.
So this is a vintage market with one of her friends.
Look
and oh
at
my God,
this. Like
I'm
serious.
obsessed.
I didn't even try it on. I just knew
sure
I
it will
needed
be
it.
fabulous. Oh my God, I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Stop.
It's gonna be amazing.
Oh my gosh. Ah! Fellow fashionista over here. But
That's my
Dawn
favorite.
moved here from New England, so I haven't seen her since February of last year. Day two. Today we are filming with Monique, so stay tuned for her behind the scenes story about how she created her book, and today is her book launch. This is one of the pieces that I found yesterday at the vintage market, and I actually think it's handmade. It's super cute and has a blue back that matches my jean skirt, but it is super summery, and I'm getting more into white with these fun socks as well. But yeah, this is outfit number 1 that I wore this morning to go for a walk in Filmin, and then I will be working towards making an outfit decision for Monique's event.
Hey guys, welcome to Alabama, my home state. We're here this week on my book tour for the Expert Generalist, and we're excited to share this with people in Birmingham, Montgomery, Auburn, and then we're going to make our way to Atlanta.
Tell us about the inspiration of your cover.
Yeah, so the cover, if you look at a lot of memoirs, it's always like someone's face on the cover, or it's something big, bold, and graphic. And so we had actually done a lot of photography, and you guys are gonna get to talk to, we'll have Kirby on here, who was my stylist, and Ashley Kicklighter, who was the photographer. But it was one of these where we were doing all of these assets that we thought, they'll just be used for social media and promoting the book down the road. And once we really dug in, we probably did 30 different cover options. We decided, okay, let's just incorporate both. And this is like me like running away from Alabama.
What are you most excited about for this book launch?
I think it's just getting out, meeting people where they are. You know, it's so easy to show up online and not be connected to people and community. And I thought it was really important to come back to Alabama and share my story with folks that I know, and then also with people that I don't know.
And what do you want people to take away from your story?
Yeah, so my story is a little bit different probably than a lot of other people's. I grew up on a road that was not paved, that was in the middle of nowhere, Alabama, in a single wide trailer, and how you can really turn adversity into purpose. And I truly believe that where you start is not where you finish.
That's powerful. And let's dive into your book. We're so excited. The graphics are beautiful. The messaging is there. And can you walk us through a few of your favorite chapters and lessons?
Yeah, so it's 30 chapters and 30 lessons, which is, I always say it's more of an Aesop's fable. Some people know who Aesop is, but the Berenstain Bears, Sweet Pickles, there were all these stories when I was growing up that was like the moral of the story. And so that's what this is about. It's really part memoir, part leadership journey for me, and all the things that I've learned along the way, because I believe even in the most abject circumstances, we can definitely learn from our mistakes and use education as a platform to just get better and better as we move through life. But what we decided to do with this book, I don't know if you guys want to see, is that we wanted it to be more like a journal style. So you'll see that there's lots of big graphics. You know, I didn't have a ton of photos whenever I was younger, and so we did a lot of illustrations in this book as well. And so everything is, 2 to 3 page story with a very short lesson at the end, and it's a quick read. I've been told it's a page turner.
Yes, definitely.
So yeah, so lots there. And then these are just some of my favorite graphics and some of the stories, you know, from picking peaches in Alabama and selling them in a Kmart parking lot when we were younger to, highly religious family, and what I learned from being in the Southern Baptist culture. And this is our original version where we were making some mistakes and changing things, to, the snake show. A lot of people go, what the heck is a snake show? Well, the snake show here in the South is really like when you're younger, it's learning about venomous snakes. But this guy whipped out a king cobra one day and I wasn't having it. And then this is a take on an illustration from a sign that's off of I-65 here in Alabama. That is, my mom used to always point to and say, you better be good girls or you gotta go to church.
Amazing. And what is the overall problem you are trying to solve for people through your leadership and through this story that you're sharing?
Yeah, that the reality is that we're all leaders, and so it's a matter of like how we step up whenever someone else does it, how we can use that education to grow ourselves and grow the people around us, and create safe spaces for people to be able to grow and be leaders.
And you talk a lot about the leadership gap and how you're trying to fill that gap between the generations. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, so if you look at the statistics that are out there around leadership right now, it's pretty glaring that we have a leadership epidemic. Only 11% of companies are prepared to transition their businesses to the next generation and have leaders that are equipped to actually lead. And the sad part is 86% of organizations know that they need to make a change and invest in leadership, and only 5% do it. And that's a big gap.
And what do you want people to take away from this lesson, this story that you walk people through of your life?
Yeah, I think it's really that you can change and turn adversity into purpose. And again, I said this in the beginning, it's like where you start is not where you finish. And I think so many times people want to point the finger at someone else, and you really need to look at yourself and go, what do I have control of, and how do I control my narrative? So we all have to own our own journey and where we're going to get to. So
yes,
own it.
This book was so powerful. I got chills reading it, knowing you personally, professionally, all the ways, and just meeting parts of your family and people from your childhood has been amazing to really understand who you are as a person. So I commend you. You're definitely one of my leaders and mentors, and I would not be where I am today without you. So I know a lot of people can say that, but sharing your message is really important to me, and I really hope this book gets into the right hands because it could be a movie, honestly.
A very country movie, but yes, it's been a lot of fun writing it. And I think rewinding the tape a year ago, my sister and I were sitting together and we were just laughing at like all the crazy stories, and we started actually cataloging it. And that's how I came up with the framework for the book. Was nobody ever believes me when I tell them the crazy stories about growing up in Alabama, because I grew up here. I was born in 1973. I grew up here in the 70s and 80s, and it was like growing up in the 50s. It really is, like, depending on, you get outside of a bigger city like Birmingham, and it really is a time warp. It's like a place that time left behind in a lot of ways. So there's a lot of extreme poverty in this state. And I think growing up here too, I mean, we were on free lunch programs. We were the welfare kids. We were the poor kids, because we lived out in the middle of the country and didn't have access most of the time just to go to town. So, yeah.
What are you most excited about after launching your first book and being a published author?
Yeah, I think it's, I don't know yet. I think it's going to be something that I don't see coming. And I think that's the exciting piece is, I want to still continue to do some speaking, facilitate workshops, and a little bit of coaching for people who want to coach to the 360 review. But yeah, I don't know. Next year's going to look totally different. So we'll have to do this again and we'll report back. Exciting.
And if you guys haven't already checked out, Monique was on my podcast last year. I went to her leadership retreat, and that was a big turning point in my life. Welcome to Alabama's Grand Bohemian in Birmingham. We are here today to go to Monique's lunch party, so follow me this way. Look at the fun colors and art. It's so inspiring. I feel like this whole hotel is over the top, just so luxe, and I love all the colors. They did it so well with the deep blues and purples, and it's such a beautiful day. Wait, let's show them the purple room.
Oh, yes.
Fun. Like, purple, hello? This is so fabulous. Just totally over the top. You can't go wrong. This is the South, apparently. And it's Sunday, so it's actually really quiet. Everyone's at church, and everyone who's at this party had buttermilk and biscuits. It is the thing in the South. I'm going to the rooftop. It's warm out today, but just the right amount of warm. Like 83 degrees, which is ideal for me. But this is Monique's launch party. We are celebrating with a lot of her friends, family, old roommates, people in business, people in Birmingham, and beyond.
We're going to go name really quickly how we know each other. And so I started writing it down, looking at it, and I just always, like, who knows Aesop's fables? Like in the South, like we all, or Berenstain Bears, or Sweet Pickles, or what. It was like story lesson, or church, the Bible. Story lesson. You go to Sunday school, which Katrina's taught for a gazillion years. Like story lesson, right? Like you learn from that. And what did you learn? And I learned from good and bad things that have happened to me. And I just thought, we all think that we're going to like arrive at some magical age or stage of our life. And it's like, I was turning 50 and I'm like, I've already lived like 3 lives at this point. I had the framework for it. I got a copy editor. She went to NYU journalism school and she's like, I hear you, but I'm not hearing you in your words. Let me interview you. We'll do this different. So she interviewed me. We would push what I had written to the bottom, and she would say in one sentence, tell me what this story is. And so I would tell her what the story is, and she's like, well, how did that make you feel? Or what did that sound like? Or, oh my gosh, tell me about your Uncle Beanie. Or like, what was that? And so we kind of wrote it that way, and then we started pulling back in sayings and everything that I was trying to communicate at that point.
Good morning, it is Monday and today I'm going to a workout class with Kirby Cox, who is a stylist that I met through Monique. So post-workout class with Kirby and Prashant, how are you guys?
So good.
So tell us about yourself.
I'm Prashant Ye. On Instagram, you can find me at prashant.ye. I am a social media content creator, stylist, fashion enthusiast, secondhand lover, sustainability. That's my passion. So, all that jazz.
Oh, so great. And they
True40.
Yes, shout out to working out.
I'm Kirby, I'm a stylist, I'm also a secondhand lover, I sell vintage on the side. I recently moved back to Birmingham, I'm originally from here. I'm a yoga lover and maybe a True40 lover now. But yeah, so excited to be with these lovely people.
I love it. And we literally just met. Like,
Just
we're standing in line and we're getting some beauty tea to beautify ourselves post True40. Kirby and I were on the news today. We actually ran into JJ, who's going to be hosting, I think, Monique on the news in a couple hours. So that was
so cool.
And we got our Barbie and Chanel collagen beauty teas, so hopefully we're beautified after that. I'm so excited. My dreams are coming true. Talk about manifestation. Yesterday at Monique's book launch, I realized a couple things. The power of manifestation is huge. I mean, look what just happened today. I also ran into some really cool people who knew everyone else that I know here now. The world is really small. And also the power of the Rolodex. And of course, I launched my own Rolodex, a more digital version for businesses to be featured locally in Boston specifically. But just understanding how powerful it is to connect with people and the ripple effect that has been so cool, because all of a sudden, this city that I didn't know 2 days ago, all of a sudden becomes so familiar, and realizing that the community is so tight-knit and small is amazing. So that's one of my favorite parts about traveling, honestly. Here is my makeup and hair, just finished. I really look up to these women that I am with today and this weekend. I wouldn't be where I am today without Monique and Dawn. And I feel so grateful to be in a place where I have the freedom and ability to really chase curiosity and things that I love. I really am just a curious person, and I feel like asking the right questions, healing myself, and having the right energy has really led me to beautiful places. Here is the full outfit. This skirt is from Baubles and Lace. These sandals are from Lake Como, Italy, and I don't know where the top is from, but...
And a great leader is someone who can inspire a shared vision that people want to follow and show the steps how to get there.
Yeah.
I think I've had 40 or 50 jobs over time, but it's all those things that we connect the dots with. That make
oh my God, this is so exciting.
Being someone who's deep in one area, which allows us to connect the dots.
She's famous,
and apply
guys.
all the things that we learned throughout our lives.
Got back to my hotel post barbecue lunch and post shopping and walking a mile through Mountain Brook, but I did some damage at Luna and I'm super happy with my finds. I just love the details and very basic, but I'm now going to be going off to dinner with Dawn. I just got back from dinner with Dawn. We got sushi and it was so delicious. I had a vegan mochi, which was yummy, and I'm tired. I'm ready for bed. And I realize I have a busy week when I get back, so I'm going to go to sleep and have a chill day tomorrow. And I'll be off back to Boston before you know it, but it's been an amazing trip and so fulfilling. I've met so many cool people, found so many cool pieces of clothes, and have eaten so much good food. So overall, quite the success. Good morning. Today is my last day here in Birmingham. I'm headed out to the airport and I had such an amazing trip. So if you liked this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. There will be more coming this year when it comes to travel and plenty more podcasts. So stay tuned for more and see you next time. This is the airport fit with the new jeans and I am off